It's Bourbon Night. Hello, I'm Chad.
I'm Sarah, and welcome back to another day of our countdown of our 25 most notable bourbons and American Ryes of 2021. You threw me off there at the beginning.
I was trying to, but
I course corrected.
I already forgot. It's your turn?
No, it's your turn to draw. Here,
give it a little shake.
I mean, there's so many
funny
in there
business.
still. Okay. You still couldn't decide.
I know. All right, today we will be revisiting, the Russell's Reserve 13 year. Welcome back. Russell's Reserve 13. Yes. We're looking at here.
114.8?
You are right.
Okay.
114.8 of non-chill filtered barrel proof from Wild Turkey. It's checking all the boxes, Sarah.
It is checking all the boxes.
But you know what we're gonna do?
We're gonna pour some.
From
out
here.
Of here.
Now we'll explain. When we originally reviewed this, it was on a live episode. And then we had heard all these people talking about how it's just revolutionary. It's changing the world. We're like, maybe this deserves a second look.
And I think that that's important because we weren't blown away by it on first try. So we did want to give it another chance, and that's why we have this sample, also to make sure that our bottle was not off. So we can confirm it is standard, but we were like, dang, are we missing something if the entire community is head over heels for this bottle?
Yeah, because on live we'd had a few things before it, and so we wanted to have it as the first thing. And so when we were in Austin and we were talking with the Bourbon Junkies, they were like, hey, send us a sample of yours. We'll send you a sample from our bottle, and
let's compare notes.
Just so we can compare. So since we've obviously drank out of this one before and shared with other people, we thought we would do it from the Bourbon Junkies bottle, which is what we're doing. So here we go.
Now, I will say I think that I have come around way more on the nose than I had that first time.
Yeah, for sure.
Lots of nice baking spice, good amount of oak.
You know, your classic bourbon notes, but I think Wild Turkey is such a classic bourbon distillery. So your caramel, your vanilla, but Wild Turkey Distillery is just such the quintessential bourbon distillery, I feel like, in many ways. I don't know. That might sound weird.
Are you sucking up to Wild Turkey, Chad?
But I'm going with it.
I think he's going to stick with that comment. All right, I think I'm ready.
Okay, me too. Milk chocolate.
Yeah, solid mouthfeel.
Uh-huh.
Definitely a good oaky presence. For me, I think that's where I kind of, not struggled with this one, but I just wasn't seeing like stars like everybody else was when they had this one. But for me, there's a point of diminishing return on age when it becomes too oaky for my personal taste preferences. And totally get it if it's for you.
To drill down on that even more, Sarah, even at certain distilleries.
Yes, correct. So I think my threshold for age at Wild Turkey is gonna be different than it is at Heaven Hill, at Jim Beam, right? Like, it's gonna change. And I kind of feel that with this one. I don't dislike it, but it's encroaching upon that, like, this is a little more oak heavy than I would want it to be.
And also what we've heard, not completely confirmed, but we'd heard that 13 is just the youngest that's in this bottle. And of course that's by law. You can only list the youngest amount of whiskey in here, but we've heard that there's been even older barrels blended into this as well.
Which would also explain my feelings.
Right, and this is gonna be an annual release. We've heard to not expect those older barrels on coming releases because they're just not there anymore. I don't know why they decided to put it in this one.
Start off with a bang. Then...
Right, and most people will be like, yes, put that older stuff in there, put that 19-year-old in there, whatever. With Turkey, I don't know, I'm with you.
And it's shocking because Eddie feels that way, but we all know that Jimmy does not.
Jimmy is like 8 to 12.
12 being like
the max.
I think I'm very much in line with that.
I think I'm more in line with Jimmy as well.
Now this is good, don't get me wrong, it is good. But I feel, Chad, that they're asking,
why did we put it in here?
Why did you put this in here then? I hear you saying a lot of things about how you don't love it, so why is it in the best of?
Answer right after this plug. WhiskyAmbitions.com is our home on the internet for things like our Glencairn glasses, our Copitas rocks glasses, water glasses, our t-shirts like the Angel Share, hoodies like the classic logo that you're wearing, hats, pins, candles, I think that's it. And more always coming soon at WhiskyAmbitions.com.
You can become a patron at patreon.com/thebourbonnight. Join us for as little as $1 a month. That's where we release our barrel picks, the opportunity to participate in those barrel picks with us at certain tiers, after the episode exclusives and more. So come on over. But
before the break,
no.
Sarah asked, Chad, what makes this worthy we now return to
I
It's
guess
Bourbon Night, previously in progress.
Oh, jeez. I kind of asked it that way.
Well, okay. This is what I think. One, we liked it more when we did a proper, well, technically it wasn't uncorking, but a proper review on it. We liked it more than we did on the live. But really, it comes down to a whiskey community that we trust. Now, personal preference is what it is. So not everyone, the majority of people are not always going to love the same things.
Sure.
And that happens. But there's a lot of people that we trust. I know Rare Bird gave this, a great review.
I think it was like 4.75 out of 5. That is very high.
A lot of other channels and podcasts that we watch and listen to, like, yes, this.
Yeah, when we told the junkies that we were like iffy on it, they were like, what?
Their heads literally exploded. I don't know if they've been able to get them back
I think they're
altogether
doing
yet.
fine.
This is sort of like an exception. Most of these we've all put in because we want to see how they shake out. And this one isn't different. We want to see where it shakes out, but it was included because of the support, I feel like, of the community. Would you agree?
Yes, and I'd just like to add a little bit to that. I feel that it's important sometimes when a bottle gets so much praise, especially from the community, to measure it in this way against, its peers. So, like, a lot of people have compared this to a Stag Junior or an Elijah Craig Barrel Proof, like a limited annual release, but around this proof, around this age, whatever.
Around that acclaim.
That type of acclaim, or like, it's also already, it's a $69 MSRP bottle going for $400 on the secondary. So like you, the consumer, thinking, okay, if I want to ever splurge on a bottle, should it be a Stag Junior? Should it be an Elijah Craig Barrel Proof? Should it be this? Like, what should I go after? BTAC? For me, that's what I hope to answer by putting this in. It's not so much because Chad and I think this is the best of the year. It's more, I want to provide you with our perspective on where it lands in comparison to its peers.
Right, that makes total sense to me. And
I hope it makes sense to you, dear friend.
From memory, I feel like, these taste exactly the same. Pretty much. Well, I don't know.
Well, this hasn't been sitting in the glass for 15 minutes.
Right.
Ours has, at first taste, maybe a little bit more spice on it.
And bitterness.
A little more bitter, a little heavier, like a clove or a nutmeg, maybe. I would call it a nutmeg. Actually, I take it back. And it's just a little hotter. But so I prefer the one that was in the sample bottle, but that could be for many reasons.
Yeah, if we put this in a sample bottle for a while, it could
for a couple of weeks, who knows what happened to it.
Same thing.
A little cherry too that I didn't get on the other one. But again, this has been sitting out in the glass. This one hadn't. Larger vessel, so on and so forth.
But I'm with you. I do kind of feel like the sample bottle's a little bit better, but marginally, not leaps and bounds. I believe the junkie said they thought they tasted the same too. So,
yeah, very similar.
So no big scandal to report here, unfortunately. But it's good. But just as we said on the live, just as we said on the review, there are Russell's Reserve single barrels out there that we have liked more.
That's true.
And that remains the same. That remains true. So good.
But now, are there other limited releases that we like more, or are we just strangely, unconsciously, subconsciously, we're conscious, subconsciously biased against this for some reason? Who knows? I guess we'll find out in this lineup.
That would be weird.
That would be weird, but it's a possibility,
that's why we
and
put
we
it in
can't
there
rule
blind.
it out.
Yeah,
Yes.
There you go. Okay, well, hey, that's where we're going to leave it. If you haven't subscribed to us already, you can do so by clicking right up here. There's suggestions of other videos down here. We hope to see you over there in one of those. Thanks, Sarah.
Thanks, Sharon.
Okay. Until tomorrow, drink more bourbon.